That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone out there. I think this was the right month. I should have shaved today. I should have combed my hair today. I should have shaved today. Welcome to the night. Let me fix my button. Yeah, that's too much. It's too much. I don't know. Can you see how run down this shirt is? Hello, girl from Mars. Hello, Darklands. Hello, MC Scott. Welcome back. How you feeling? Hello, Joodles. Hello, Mr. Cuff. Hello, Gnome. Hello, Gnome. We're going to say hello to everybody. We're going to say hello to Gnome. Okay. There we go. So I think that's okay. I'm not sure about this light thing. Let's check the light. Maybe it needs a bit more light. How was that? Is that enough light? Is that too much light? Is that too much light? Is that too much light? There we go. I don't think it's bright enough. Anyway, welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Welcome to our group, people. I'm gonna go brush my hair. Don't go anywhere. There we go. Hello. I comb my hair. Hello. This side, that side. I'll do this side. I'll do that side. Lewis's hair. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's day number 179 of the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked podcast. So together, this is 49 for the night stream. So if you add 50 to 179, that's 170. 120, 229 minus 1 is 228. So that's 228 shows. I think it's been amazing. We're off to a flying start. I messed up before. I don't know why I messed up. Because I keep on forgetting, and I wrote it down before. Turn off YouTube sound. Go to live chat. We're in live chat. Thank you, people, for coming. If there's anybody new, wave and say hello. And if anybody's new, wave and say hello. Basically. And while we're getting started, just come in and press the like button. You're gonna press it at the end, and you don't want me to make a big deal about it. Let me press the top chat, live chat. There we go. You're all there. Everyone is all there. I'm a little tired. I went out for a walk. I walked down to get Chinese food. In my and I didn't turn my my step meter on. But I did 3,000 steps back, so that's 6,000 steps is not enough. I need to do a bit more. than that. Don't worry about it. We're gonna do more. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joodles. Who was asking the other day if the IRA is real or some kind of psyop? They're talking about the new IRA. She was talking about the new IRA. Two pipe bombs in Belfast yesterday. One thrown at a house and one under a car. They've never gone away. Are they the same people, though? Are they the same people? And who were they trying to bomb? Were they trying to bomb Protestants or were they trying to bomb the Muslims? My son honestly thinks you have a mental disorder, Lewis. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do grow from Mars. What do you think it is? What does he think it is? Can you give me a diagnosis? Keeping in mind, you're not a doctor. You only play one on TV. But even if you were a doctor, I believe you more. Andrew Rubin is here. The new Republican Army. Is that the new Sinn Féin? Your son has his head screwed on. Sounds like a decent lad. What? Because he thinks that I'm a bit mental. I like being considered mental. I actually like it. I like it. I like it because that way, when you are considered mental, you cannot catch a mental illness because you're mental. And yeah, and as I said it, I knew it sounded ridiculous, Joodles. Yeah, that she is not a doctor. I didn't mean to sound horrible to her. I didn't mean that at all. But once you're diagnosed as being mental, they can't ever accuse you. I think you're mental and have it hurt. Lovely. And the media prefers to talk about the E.L. Fasher rather than her own bloody doorstep. I don't know where you lie, but I'm certain they won't amount to much. I hope. No, I mean, it's good. We need angry. I'm not saying anything about this. I know nothing about those people up there. I know nothing, and I don't take a side. I don't take a side. I mean, I did take a side. I took the English side because I thought we need to all get together. I'm against Scottish independence and Welsh independence and English independence. I think we all need to be on one team. We are all crazy to some degree. I think we are. Whatever that means. The fact is that you got half the population. They're hyper dosing carbs, and they're gonna be mental. I'm taking my socks off. And people are gonna be mental. Is the screen bright enough, everybody? I'm looking at the screen here. Maybe it is bright enough. I mean, I need to get a light right here. I want one of those circular lights. Let me make a note to buy circular light. I've got this light is not the best light. This light is not the best light. Let me see what this thing is. How is that? Is that a bit better? 2 Afghan small boat migrants are a 15-year-old kid. I mean, tell me something news. Karis Char is meta. Hey, Lewis, I think not eating a balanced diet makes people mental. Not eating a balanced diet makes people mental. Also, colored hair dye chemicals, just working theory on colored hair vegans. It's not that they're not eating a balance. What are you saying? You're saying because they're not eating red meat that makes them crazy, or it's because of the high carb diet. You should look at the high carbs. Google. I'm not going to Google. I've been advised that my Googling takes our mind off of this, but Google high carbs and mental illness, and you will see. And you will see what is the cause of craziness. High carbs and possibly toxic seed oils. Gets in the brain. They call dementia type 3 diabetes. How do you get type 3 diabetes? But that's interesting. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Charismeta or Charismeta? Or like Charismeta? Well, it's good to have you back. You were here early on in the stream, if I remember correctly. Thank you very much. I'm saying you eat lots of carbs. Lack of iron meat. Dairy seems to be the nutcases. Who know, to be honest. So you're saying the lack of red meat and dairy. Well, remember, if you don't eat any animal food or cheese or whatever, you're going to have to supplant it with carbs. So it is a high degree of carbs, I would say. That's what I say, charismata. How do you pronounce your name? I'm saying, okay. Vatanai says, what is a balanced diet? What is a balanced diet? If you excuse the pun, it's a movable feast. That's actually well said. What is a balanced diet? I eat a balanced diet. I eat lamb and beef and cheese and eggs and eggs. And Lucy's here. Hello, beautiful Lucy. Yes. And the article I saw referred to the 15-year-old victim as a woman and the 17-year-old rapist as boys. Yes. Well, where was the article in? Let's name and shame them. Lucy. Lewis. Does the government need to call a national emergency after the revelations of the illegals in Warwickshire? Even Judge knew this case would cause riot if details given. The government need to call a national emergency? They're creating the national emergency, Selaire. How could they call? I hadn't even heard of this. But how could they call a national emergency when they are the root of all evil? Of all evil, Selaire. A pint of Guinness in each hand is balanced, says Mr. Cuff. Yeah. What does it mean, balance? Do you eat paper? Do you eat, do you chew on a pen? Most people are not chewing pens in their diet. Alex, they are just trying to feel at home. Just because they have a different culture, that doesn't mean we should be mean, or at least that's what the government would like us to believe. Yeah, no, the government, it wants us to be scared. They want us to lose this war. They're fighting a war against us by sending illegal aliens. I can't even say illegal aliens. Aliens who have different beliefs, who don't practice Christianity, who cover their faces, who don't eat pigs, a million different things that they do. In anthropological terms, eating cooked food was a game changer for the development of our human brains. No, it did not. I'll tell you why it did not. It allowed us to become more intelligent. Those eating raw food are still up the trees. No, that's not true. That is not true. It isn't the cooking of the meat. It's the fact that people were eating animals. There were lots of animals back then. Big, huge elephant type things, mammoths, right? You could pronounce the name however. I just made it up to be anonymous. Well, okay. Charismata. I'll try to pronounce it correctly. I assume you're a girl. Okay. And you told us this the last time. I forgot the information. I did not write it down. A teacher has been banned from working with children after telling a Muslim child that Britain is still a Christian country. She should be banned because she's wrong. It's not a Christian country. It's been given away to other people. It's no longer a Christian country. Even our king is not really a Christian. Is he a Christian? Our king. I don't know if he is. Maybe he's not even our king. I eat meat and veg, spices and herbs too. Well, how good are spices? They're not good for you. And herbs, they're green stuff. They're full of toxicity. I like to have some pleasure in eating. But advice about food has often been wrong. Yeah, they've given a ton of advice. Well, what do you want? How old are you? That's another question. How old are you? Charismata says, that's what Vantanai, okay, that's what Vantanai was saying. Sorry. Here's charismata. I thought it was charismata. I think it's probably more for times when meat was scarce, though allowing people to eat grains, veg, and get maximum nutrition. Grains are city food. They're starvation food. They're not real. Grains are not real food. You have to cook the grains, and it doesn't make it as pure as it should make it. Oh my God, Alex. Yeah, well, you shouldn't tell somebody it's a Christian country. Imagine I'm a Jew and somebody says to me it's a Jewish country. It's a Christian country and you're a Jew. I mean, is it a Christian country? I guess it used to be a Christian country. It's a question of also being nice. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I switching sides there? The judge recognized cultural differences, admitting grape is in their culture, says Selaire. Yeah, MJ Tigerfang is here. That's horrific. That's horrific. They're on the way out. I'm almost believe it that the left are on their way out. that people are seeing it. They're seeing it. I saw something earlier where two Americans were discussing the shit show that is the UK. They said it wouldn't happen here as they are allowed to carry guns, says Mr. Cuff. That is true. That is true. Someone comes knocking on your door, you've got a gun. I mean, I'm not saying in America, I never owned a gun, but people need guns. I agree with that. I don't know who said that, but that makes sense to me. Is there a flash game with the motto, be scared, be angry? A flash game. What is a flash game? And talks about misrepresentation in the media. I'd like to take that motto literally. Be scared, be angry. Well, they want you to be scared. They don't want you to be angry. I'll be back in a second. I don't know where my other pair of eyeglasses went. I thought I had a pair of eyeglasses here. And I don't have the eyeglasses. Let me see if I can find my eyeglasses. Don't go anywhere. Yes, yes. So what are we saying? Yeah, be angry. I thought you meant Cressida was there for a second. Yeah, it'd be nice if Cressida came. Maybe she's listening in the background. Who knows who's here? Who knows? You're the people who are brave enough to speak up. We're so totally effed, Cellaire. Sandy Peggy's judge decided today that a massive 6 foot bloke is someone most people would perceive to be female. Well, some females are over 6 feet, and therefore he can use the women's changing room. Scowly face, I guess. Yeah, it's horrific. It's horrific. They want us afraid. They want us afraid because they think they can make us afraid, take us over. Or maybe they think that Muslims are the same as us. Maybe they care about our country, which I don't think that they do. I don't think they do. For F's sake, Lewis, must you always be contrary for the sake of it? Of course it's a Christian country. Does it say on the passport a Christian country? Does it say that? I agree. It is a Christian country. It is. But at the same time, our government is giving this country away. Are they not giving it away? They're not even selling it. They're just giving it. Take it over. All the stuff that you people built, all those, look at how horrible I look with glasses. All the stuff that you people built, Joodles. Just give it away. Give it away to these people. I'm going back to when we were Neanderthals. There was plenty of everything. Fire was a game changer. When we cooked meat, we developed quicker mind. We develop quicker. Never mind what Bonobo Lewis preaches. Never. You know what? You didn't learn enough to put a punctuation in there to make. That's not a complete. That's a long sentence. Let's get punctuation going. In the beginning of the stream, I said we're going to focus on punctuation, and then I just forgot to focus on the punctuation. On the punctuation. The fact is, cooking does not make food better. It kills a lot of the bioavailable vitamins, like vitamin A, B, D, E. Okay, maybe? I don't know. That's what I believe. I don't even know if it's true. Maybe someone can Google it. It needs to be a Christian country again, Warmellian. Hello, Warmellian. Yes, it does. All of Europe has degraded since abandoning Christianity. We must remember to pray at the end of this show also. Thank you very much. What should we pray about? James Smith is the American of the journalist. What does that mean? Is the American of the journalist or the journal. What does that mean? I know it's late. It's like a Monday night. I know you've probably been drinking or something. Now she's going to have to waste another year of her life to appeal. The judge needs sacking. No, they all need sacking. The judge needs sacking. We live this. Who are judges voted on in this country? In America, they're voted on. They're approved by Congress. Advise and consent. The president says, I want this judge, and then the Congress has to approve it. So there's at least something there. Now she's going to waste it. Yes. Mark the Rosian is here. Hello, Mark. Now, hello, Mark. I'm very different. I'm very indifferent with guns. I don't like them, but I know people in the U.S. say they feel safe in a neighborhood with guns. We have guns to protect us against a police state government. That's what the guns are for. And it is also to protect people. But if you can have guns, you get mass shootings. It's a tough one. Well, look, there's mass shootings everywhere. What does it mean? I like guns. James Smith is the name of the journalist. And what publication is the journal? That says 90% of everything, basically. 90% is the journal, which isn't really a journal. What is the publication? Okay. Neanderthals hunted humans. They had animal night vision and forcibly bred with them. Is that what you call that thing? Forcibly bred? Is that what the migrants are doing with British people? Forcibly bred. It isn't the R word. It's forcibly bred. It used to be a pagan country first. Yes, it used to be that. It used to be a pagan country. About 2 years ago, I was thinking, I can't believe what is going on with Novid, etc. Now, this is even worse. Well, they're constantly calling me up. The guy got asked today, am I taking my blood pressure pills? I had to lie to the lady. I had to lie. What should I have done? That says, we've been sending you pills. I lied. Hence, why Western Europeans have few percent DNA, but our brains have a mutation which grows neurons faster. They're not. Is that? I don't really follow the Neanderthal question. Is that true, Charismatic? Is it true? Thank you for bringing this information to us. Bring back the Druids. Yeah, I should maybe make a prayer for the Druids. Lewis, you look amazing. Thank you, girlfriend. Please pray for me to sleep all night. Well, we'll pray for that. I'll pray for myself too. We'll pray for everybody to have a good night's sleep. Pray for sleep. Pray for sleep. Basically, yeah. No, Lewis, says Warmelian. It doesn't explicitly state anywhere that this is a Christian country. And it should. It should. Well, if Donald Trump were president, he would make it a Christian country. It must be a prerequisite for living here. Well, so I'm a Jew, so I can't live here. I say this as someone who has been an agnostic for years. Or we gotta say, you can't come and live in the country. The country is our country. It's like you hear about all the problems that Japan is having. Did you see that thing with that praying in the street, and the Japanese emergency vehicles were blocked? When we made spears and hunted saber-tooth, we probably advanced most. Possibly, because we had way smarter brains than other animals. We were able to corral the animals and kill them. Yeah, let's pray for a good night's sleep. Eat shoots and leaves. Trucker from Reno making a joke. That's that joke about punctuation. Eats, shoots, and leaves. He eats, shoots, and then leaves. He eats, shoots, and then leaves the building. It's like, or maybe it's that words mean multiple things. Shoots could be shooting a basketball, or could be eating shoots of a plant. Leaves could be leaves, or could be leaves the building. It's a really good point. It's a very, very good point. The Nietzsche. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just get back up here. I'm back up here. Everybody's writing things. Oh my God, look at how far behind I've gotten. Don't write anything right now. Everybody don't write anything. Hold it in for 1 second. Charismatic said, are you getting enough magnesium and potassium? I found small doses help my sleep massively as I get older. Well, I take magnesium too. What kind of magnesium do you take, Charismatic? I take magnesium glycinate. Yes, I agree with you. there. But eating raw food is bad for your development. It is not bad for your development. It is not bad. Your mother feeds you breast milk, which is raw food. Look at the missing link. Talking to us on stream. No, Ruben. No, be nice. I don't mean to be. Don't be mean to Lewis. And you're probably related. Yes, that's probably true. But could be related. High degree of relationship. Voting for judges implies some judges are better than others. Yes. And they fit the community that they're in. And they've got to be in the community. Yes. It's better to vote. I'm not saying all judges in America are fair, but a lot of them were appointed by Joe Biden in these districts, like Washington District. They didn't run for office. Nietzsche, however you spell it, had an interesting point on this, but I think it's explicit that the country is Christian. It's not explicit. What? Because the flag is a cross, or used to be a cross, the English flag. The anthem refers to God, and the motto around the king has God in it. Yeah, well, same thing with America. The Leamington Nub News did you make that up? The Leamington Nub News. What does that mean, Lucy? What does that mean, Leamington Nub News? Not a Christian country. The head of state must be Protestant to be a monarch. Yes, maybe it is a Christian country. Maybe it's such a Christian. It's not. Maybe that's what's happened. They forgot to really press the fact that it is a Christian country. So maybe Trucker from Reno, you're right. I don't think any national anthem should have the country's leader in it. It should be about the country and not the person, says Mr. Cuff. I would agree with that. I mean, look at this king. Look at what a disappointment he is. Look at what a disappointment the king is. Neanderthals were literally superhuman compared to us. But then they weren't superhuman because we were smarter than them. Why were we smarter than them? Charismatic. Because we were better looking. We didn't have those horrible eyebrows. Maybe we weren't as hairy. We looked better than them. We were more affable. So maybe we were the super ones, obviously. It's the ones who wins are the super ones. And we won. Yes, charismatic. Our brains developed faster, gave us the edge. All that cooked meat. Well, you can maybe believe that. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I think cooked meat is not as bad as plant food, but it's not that good. There's a disease that cats get when they eat cooked meat because it doesn't have enough lysine in it. I personally like the idea of royalty, so I don't mind Gnome Hunter, but I understand what you mean. It sort of depends on the person and what they did. But even the British one is ambiguous. He's not ambiguous. He's SHI. He's horrible. Am I allowed to say that as a foreigner living in the country? I know if I were Thailand, you'd arrest me. I'd be arrested. Jesus, Lewis. What did I say? Yes, charismatic. Our brains develop faster. It wasn't the cooked meat. MJ Tigerfang says this. He says this, bigger and stronger, but it was a misconception that they had better eyesight. Both them and the early humans had good night vision. We're just smarter and more survival capable. And our eyes can be good, but we train our eyes to be bad. We train our eyes to not see properly. I've discussed this, Tiger Fang, many times. Poor Caribbean caught in the crossfire. Hello, Caribbean. I didn't see you there. Good to see you. Caribbean. My prayer came true, Lewis, to catch up with the chat. Yeah, okay. I went in the other room. I had to go in the other room. Lewis, you could say you couldn't live here as a Jew, but you are practically a Christian already. You are praying at the end of every show. I don't see any reason why you can't be both a Christian and a Jew. That's a good question. Why I can't be both a Christian and a Jew? You can't be both a Christian and a Jew. I don't even know why I can't. I'll have to think about it. Why do you think I can't? I don't think I can. I don't believe in either. I believe in being a Jew. I don't believe in being a Jew. I believe I am a Jew. In the same way, if you're born in England, you believe you're England. If you're born in Ireland, you believe you're Ireland. They would say to you, "Hey Lucy, are you Irish?" You go, "Of course I'm Irish. Get off my case." You just believe it. If I say this is just the way people are. They just believe things. Yeah, could have been a street find. They could have. Thank you, girl from Mars. Yeah, it could have been. They weren't a street find. I found them in. I'm not gonna say where I found them because I don't know. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. But why do you think the king is a disappointment? Because he's not taking the side of the white or British. It doesn't even have to be white. Anglo-Saxon, Picts, Jutes, Druids, Irish, Scots, Celtish, Cornwallian, whatever peoples. That's his job. He's not even thinking about British people around the world. He's thinking about people who hate us and letting them in. He's not fighting for us. Am I wrong about this? He's a disappointment. And his mother was a disappointment too. I know you think, oh, she was amazing. Disappointment. Someone needs to fight for you. You. Someone needs to fight for you. The king is fighting for Muslims. And they hate us. I mean, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even talk like this, but they hate us. Do they not hate us? I think they do. Do they want to change this country? I think they do. Do they want to eliminate pork? I think they do. Do they want to stop women from working? By and large, yes. What are all the things that they want? Do they want Sharia law, which is all those things? Yes, they do. For the record, I met several Jews who are also Christians, and they were very lovely. They helped me out immensely. Warmelian. Well, they're not really, they're still, you can't get rid of being Jewish. You can't get rid of it. I could say that I'm Christian from now until tomorrow. And my friends will go, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. That's what happened in Spain. And there was a huge debate. They kicked all the Jews out. And the people said, I will convert. And they didn't believe the Jews. It's like a smell or a stain. I know it, so it'd be nice, but it's not the case. It can't be done. It can't be done. Jews are the bravest people in the world because we know you're going to kill us. We know it in our hearts. We know, for the record. Okay, so that's Warmelian. The king is a very, very nice man, says Andrew Rue. He's a nice man. He's a nice man. The king is a damp squib. I think William is going to be based. Gen X mostly based. I'd like it. You know what? He hasn't get me. Maybe. But you gotta have your fingers crossed. But in the meantime, the country will be lost. We need someone to fight for the Anglo-Saxons, Jutes, Picts, Scots, Rhodesians, whatever these people are, whatever you guys are, British people, English people, Irish people, Catholics and Protestants. Someone needs to fight for us and to say, we deserve to have our own country. We deserve, we deserve not to be bullied and be told we have not done a good job. We English people, not me, but you guys. To the Neanderthals, we were like a smaller, stealthy ninjas. They were clumsier, and they were like wolves taking up bears, basically, taking on bears. They were we are like wolves, and they were bears. Okay, that's interesting. I'm learning a little bit about this thing. I know so little about that Neanderthal stuff. Lewis has much work to do on many things. What work do I have to do on many things? I'm telling you, you can't. A Jew can practice Christianity. He can believe in Jesus Christ. And maybe that makes you a Christian, but you can never stop being a Jew. You can never stop being a Jew. And even if you don't think you're a Jew, if your parents are Jewish, yeah. I can see Tiger Fang on the chat. I can't see Tiger Fang. Where did he go? Where did Tiger Fang go? Can everybody do me a favor and press the like things? I think I've only been here for 36 minutes. And look at how many people are watching this thing. Look at how many people. We're doing really, really well. We're doing really, really well. Not that it matters. The 5 o'clock show was one of the few shows when I didn't really pay attention to the time. We're doing really well. We've been above 30. We're doing really, really well. So we are growing as a group. Do you feel like we're growing? Young uniform minds and uniform lines and uniform ties. The triple Zaguma. What is that? What song is that? Can somebody Google that so I don't have to Google that song? Lucy Van Pelt is very song oriented. Joodles is also very song oriented. Word is that the real Charles died 4 years ago, Girl from Mars. Could have. I mean, no, I don't think he did, but yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he just wanted to live a quiet life. I mean, remember, he didn't get enough love from his mother. He did not get enough love. And that can mess with your head. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. It can mess with your head. I didn't get enough love. Do we really need religion? Yes, we do. When the enemy is basically throwing their religion at us, and we do have religion. What do you think what is feminism? It's a religion. What is no religion? That's also a religion, Carrie B. So we all have a religion, whether we need one or not. It's a question of, are we going to say this is what we believe and we don't want to give it up? So get the hell away from me. The king, I wouldn't say is a disappointment, but this is what Noam Hunter says, Blackadder, but he certainly is a silly halfwit that can't rule for. Well, how is that not a disappointment? He is just a bit aloof when compared to his mother and from William and from what William probably will be. It doesn't matter. He's ruling badly. He's being a halfwit. He's not even a disappointment. He goes against what this country needs. What does this country need? Yeah, that's really funny. That is true. I say something and then we lose people. I shouldn't even say that. Rest in peace. Oh, look at this. Paul Darby. Yes, Paul. Hello, welcome back, Paul. Queen Elizabeth II forever. You could say she was a great queen, but she lost Britain. She lost the empire. The whole empire was basically given away under her reign, except for India, which was given away on her father's reign. Okay? It was just given away. It was given away. And she went around saying she's sorry all over the place. Maybe she didn't say she was sorry, but acted that way. Is Trump the Messiah that will save the U.S.? No, mass. Does he want the best for his people and his companies? He wants the best for his people or his companies. He wants the best for the people. He wants to go down as the greatest president on earth. And if he doesn't, he's doing a good job of faking it. So let him keep on faking it. He wants to make money too, but he wants to do what's best for the country. He does. Don't be silly. He might be better than the left, but he is still a magnet. That, you know what? No, Hunter, that's just bull. That is just bull. You live in this country. This country has been fed just so many lies about Donald Trump. God bless Donald Trump. I'm going to say a prayer for Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump. And I'm going to say it loud and loud and loud. Is he the greatest guy in the world? Yes. Is he the best? Is he perfect? No. But he is the best. He almost bet 200. You didn't, but you didn't bet. If you said I won 5,000, you just thought he wasn't going to win. Can't concentrate at 5. Always in the kitchen cooking up gruel. Well, you know what? You don't need to. You don't need to. I eat raw food. That's what you should eat. You should eat. Caribbean, but she says cross me, and I'm a bastard. I can tell that. You get upset if somebody says something you don't like. You get upset, and you got to control your anger. I don't know. I'm not really that way. Lewis, as my diet advisor, do I Have Sainsbury's Taste the Difference salted caramel cheesecake or St. Clementine cheesecake. I got 2 slices of each for £1.10 reduced. Oh my God. I mean, you got to be careful because that's the kind of food you could have both. You could have 4 slices. How fat are you now? Are you fat? Are you fat? You got to read the book. I got the book here, How to Stop Smoking and Apply It to Food. I don't know. That's what you got to do. No one is going to save us. We have to save ourselves, girl from Mars. Yes, we do. We have to save ourselves. But the most important thing is by realizing who our friends and who our enemies are. The king is not the friend of the English people anymore. Girl, Trump is vile. You know what? I don't believe anything that anybody in this country says about him. He isn't vile. He is not vile. Okay? And I'm vile too. Look at me. Yeah, he's a bit vile, but he's looking out for the country. He's looking out for the country. Don't have both cakes, Karen. Don't tell that I have both cakes, Karen. Okay, because that's like a lot of cakes. That's probably about, if you have both cakes, it's probably 1,000 calories. What does it say how many calories it is? I don't like salted. I would eat it if it was the only thing that I have. I'm pretty good with portion control. I just need to work out more as I work from home. You don't need to work out more. You just need to eat less. This working out business. It's good. Working out is good, but you need to. Orange Man is great. He's great. He's great. It's the sugar. It's the sugar and what's going on here. The enemy of our enemy is within, just as much as another being a friend. My thing, I don't know what's going on with my, sorry for the beeping. Sorry for the beeping. I'm gonna have to pull the beeping thing out. Trump is sort of a grandfather energy when you actually listen to him. Like his long interview with Joe Rogan. He genuinely seems to care. He wants to be remembered as the greatest president. And he will be. And he will be remembered as the greatest president. Way more than the other great presidents. Way more than the great presidents who you think were great or actually the shittiest presidents. Like Roosevelt was absolutely the worst. That's what Charismata said. I love the guy. So should I not eat the lemon drizzle muffin? I've already had one already. Problem is, it's so hard to say no. Once you take a bite of and actually lemon drizzle is like one of my favorites. So I've been really good with my carbs today. I've been really good. It's very hard. The fact you're asking these questions, Orange Man bad, all meat diet man bad. Yeah, I'm bad. I'm trying to be an all meat diet. It's really hard. The fact that you know to not eat 2 lemon drizzles means you're on the right track. No one is looking out for Britain, says Darklands, at the moment. All we can do is look out for ourselves, friends and family. It's become scary, a scary country to live in. And the thing about England, it should not be, and Britain and Ireland and Wales and the Celts and the Cornish and the whatever, it should not be scary. It has become scary. I'm scared, especially as we get older. Maria is here. Maria Pana is here. That is brilliant. Are you Greek, Maria? Because Gnome Hunter is of Greek descent. The reason I think Trump will be a great president, Mark DeRosian says, is because at heart, he does what he thinks is right, and he isn't a politician. He does what he thinks is right for the country. Yes, that's, at least he's honest. He's not like a liar retard like Joe Biden. Am I allowed to call him a retard? Delusion will be our downfall, says, yes, it will be. We're deluded about so many things, that the government cares about something, that our court system is right, that the police are just, the king cares about us. It's so much delusion. I'm with you, girl from Mars, but be deluded about me. You S on Europeans for their kings, and yet lays a big corpo. He isn't a big corpo politician as such. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you. I'm judging Europe. Europe is in trouble. Europe is in trouble, and one of the reasons you're in trouble, I don't even know. I can't go over there, but Donald Trump is not a big corpo thing. He isn't as rich as you think he is. You know, I mean, these corporate, whatchamacallit, they have hundreds of billions of dollars. Donald Trump has who knows how much he has? He could be lying about how much money he has. He spent his own money to get elected because kings have a history of being against their own people. That is true. They say, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. And I know you think that Donald Trump is acting that way. That's what they're trying to sell him as. That's what the fascists at the BBC are trying to sell him. I'm going to get kicked out of the country talking like this. I shouldn't talk like this. I'm not a citizen. Did they release the full Epstein's files yet? They had 30 days, and didn't they? I don't know if they did, Charismat. I don't know. Whether you like Trump or not, he's doing a better job than our shower of Mr. Cuff. Yes, he is. And people are happier with him. He has the majority support in America. So how bad, you know what I mean? And even if he doesn't, he's doing the right job. He's doing the right job. The EU government, that horrible vandal or whatever, is fining Musk 140 million pounds. Why are they fining? Because he's allowing stuff on there. He's allowing stuff, whereas they want only lies to be on the media. Trump in the files, if they exist. Maybe Trump's in the files. Maybe he is, and maybe he isn't. Maybe he is, and maybe he isn't. And there are lots of people there. And the fact is, when someone comes to blackmail you, blackmailers are the lowest scum in the entire world. The entire world. And I've been blackmailed. Sort of, kind of. And then I have to explain what it is. Don't worry about it. Just checked. They have till the 19th of December to release them. And what are they going to find? Who knows what they're going to find? And it's a minor issue. It's a minor issue, I think. As well, numerous politicians, yes, but knowing who's on the public side most matters. Yes, and Donald Trump is more on our side. Do you think Joe Biden gives a shit about the people? Do you think Hillary Clinton cares about the people? Do you think Keir Starmer gives a shit? He doesn't give a shit about the people who are voting for him. Nobody wants him. And he doesn't even care. And he's supposed to get elected. He is supposed to get... You're getting me all really upset. I'm getting really upset. I'm drinking water. Don't be idiots. You're not idiots. Be smart British people. Yeah, fine. 104, the biggest fine in the history of the world, Lucy. The total crap. And if I were Donald Trump, I mean, what would I do if I were Elon Musk? I would go, you know what? You know what my friends say about America? Irrelevant. Not America. What they say about Europe. Europe used to be America. Europe used to be amazing. And they go, totally irrelevant country. All America thinks about is Russia and China and maybe India. They don't care about it. So why do you want to be part of those horrible people? You hate Europe, Lucy, do you not? Or maybe you don't, because they've been giving, I don't know what they're doing. Did you see they voided all of Joe Biden auto pen orders? Yes, they voided it, which they should. If they didn't, he should come up and stand and say, I did sign this. But you don't give the pen to a machine and then give it to somebody on the way out the door. A good king is 10 times better than a good politician. You know what? I'm not reading it. No. Blackmailers aren't the lowest scum in the world. P does PDUs files, okay, PDFs, right? And animal abusers, most people, not all, get blackmailed after they've effed up somewhere along the line. I think it's pretty bad. I mean, PDFs are really bad. Really bad. To make a child cry, it's really bad. Make a child upset and hurt them, and basically, it's really bad. Animal abusers, also really bad. But blackmailing somebody, watch it, and then they say, let's make it public, make it public. How many thousands did he blackmail? You're all going to give Lewis a bloody stroke. Yeah, yes, you're going to give me a bloody stroke. Lewis, maybe we need a cup of tea to calm down. Maybe I do. Maybe should I make myself a cup of tea? I'll make myself a cup of tea. Do you mind if I go make myself a cup of tea? Mr. Musk responded to the European fine today on X. He's laughing. Basically, X's revenue has been increased tenfold since they imposed the fine, more than enough to shut the silly little Europe. Yeah, well, let's hope that that's true. I'm with Elon Musk. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have a peppermint tea. Does that have caffeine in it? Anybody know about peppermint tea? Is it will keep me up at night? It will keep me up. Try the time travel test. Google major crimes in November 2025, mass stabbing, etc. Then Google major crimes in November 1995. None. Yeah, yeah, it's a major crimes. I mean, the whole situation is out of control. It's out of control. I don't believe Biden had an auto pen. I'm going to look it up. He could have signed this. How hard is it to sign something? He could have signed something. Do you remember when Donald Trump signed all those orders when he became president? How amazing was that? Peppermint tea gives you cancer. It might. Why? Why would it probably might. Why? Yeah, why? Yeah, why? Why would it give you cancer, Kerry B? Peppermint tea is caffeine free, says Darklands. Okay. But is there something else? Is there something else in peppermint tea? I don't have any of the other teas because they're made of seeds and junk and squeezed apple seeds. It's toxic. The problem of the EU is that it got politicized. When it was purely an economic union to foster rebuilding, it was desirable. After Lisbon and Rome and the socialist takeover, it has been dying. Exactly right. It became too far because the socialists are globalists. They want to take over the world. Yeah, that's the problem with the EU. It had, what do you call that? It reached its level of incompetence. Who knows about the level of incompetence? I've reached my level of incompetence. I'm incompetent at this. I mean, this is the most I can do. Do you think I'll have 1 million followers? No. There's nothing else. I'm stuck in this trap. Yes, I think it's part, Charismatic says, because it absorbed a lot of former Soviet politicians and became the EU SSR. No, they were fucked up beforehand. And don't tell me that the people that they took over are more socialistic than they are. That's not true. They're totally socialistic. Basically, what Europe was is they drew a circle around the same number of countries to have the same GDP and the same population as America. It was like, let's keep up with America. That's what it was all about. That's what it was all about. A friend, says MJ Tiger Fang, got me some pumpkin latte. I never had pumpkin latte before, and it tasted very good. Or pumpkin spice latte. Of course, it tasted good. How much sugar? Where did you get that? Is that one of those Starbucks thing, which looks like it's going to be out of business? Starbucks. The EU is socialistic, and everybody in America is learning this about them. France is collapsing. Germany is collapsing. They call the European states of Europe. They want to compete with America. They thought, France is thinking, well, if we just include these countries, we're as big as America. We're as big as America. Europe has twice the population of the USA. Is that true? Yeah, because they let in Poland and Estonia, and they lost control of the whole thing. They wanted more control. Okay? They wanted more control. All decisions in the EU were voted on in Parliament, but their decisions then have to pass a higher group of unelected officials, mainly German or Swiss origin, and then I don't know how it works there, but it's not good. But thank you, Celler, also for that European twice the population. The idea of the EU came in the 1950s by a German guy, apparently. Much of it was America had too much control on the currency, and so it was World War III by trade. They wanted to do and outgrow the currency. Instead, they wanted to do MJ Tiger Fan. That's the point. The point is, anyway, did you know that green tea is more effective mouthwash than chlorhexidine, cortisol, and without any side effects? But you have to hold it in your mouth for 2 or 3 minutes. You don't need any mouthwash, Lucy. We just need to eat less carbs. This mouthwash is so dangerous. Your mouth has so much germs and bacteria in it that basically preserve the mouth. So I disagree with you on that, Lucy, and I say that nicely. I say that. Oh my God! Could you hear me? The sound wasn't on. Could you hear me? Could you hear me? Oh my God! The EC was steered by the USA. The idea being they wanted to avoid another major war. Well, that was NATO. NATO was steered by the USA. I don't think they expected. America's very naive. I don't know what America did with it, but I think it was could you hear me? Because the sound, I didn't have the right button on this thing. I want to apologize. Could you hear me throughout the entire show? Unfortunately, thank you, no. Thank you, no. Very funny. Could you hear me throughout the entire show? Because I had the microphone in the back. It's right here. It's right here, but I had it in the back. Yes, we didn't lose you. Thank you. Whatever. What are you saying? Joining Europe ruined our industries. Yeah. Well, look what happened in America when we saw the North Atlantic trade thing, and then they moved the factories out of America, destroying American cities. All right, thank you, Andrew. Very funny. Thank you, Andrew. I'm going to start crying. You guys are getting too friendly with me right now. Too friendly. Too friendly. Not too friendly. That's not the right word. Let me just get back on track here. I think Europe has killed Britain. That's what I believe. Do you believe that? That it's being in Europe killed Britain? It's because people were so afraid of joining with America or being taken over by America. And I can understand that. I can understand that, basically. I want to apologize for tonight's show. I think tonight's show wasn't as good as it could have been. My mood was really bad. It's not even that bad. I'm getting angry at you people. I don't want to get angry at you. I'm not angry at you. I'm not angry. I'm going to say it over and over again. I'm not angry at you. I'm not angry. I just don't, NAFTA was a shit show, says, in my opinion, the United States should have invaded South America years ago and made them all states to stop the flow of people to the lower 48. No. You just have a fence and a border. You don't let people in. And those countries down there, we don't want them. I've been to them. Some of them I've been to all of them. They're very nice countries, but they're a mess. Even Mexico, which is supposed to be a great place now, is a mess. And it's been a mess for hundreds of years, even before the Spanish took over Mexico. It was a mess. I don't seem particularly angry. I'm not really that angry, but I'm saying bad things about the king, about Europe, about the ruling people in this country. It's not my business. It's not my business. I just don't like it. I don't like when English people, and if you want to believe bad things about Trump, I just don't like where it comes from. It comes from the BBC. It comes from the globalist takeover of the media of this country. You are the most obstinate individual I've ever encountered in my entire life. Is that a compliment or a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? I mean, I like that. I have an independent view of things. I don't know what my view is. I was shocked by the poverty in Mexico. Yeah, it's a super poor country. And at one point, they were going really rich, getting richer. They had discovered oil, which they lied about. And they said that they had like massive oil, but they didn't have as much oil as they said they did. Instead of strengthening us, we never really go anywhere better. The best we maintained solid for a while. Then they flooded Europe, and now look at it, says MJ Tiger Fang. El Salvador isn't anymore. Well, El Salvador is a dictatorship, and what's going to happen when they change the government there, and they have to release all those people, and there are lots of people in prison that maybe don't deserve to be in prison. I've been to El Salvador. Very scary. I wasn't that scared because I was an idiot. I was shocked by the poverty, says Andrew Rubin. Peter Hitchens, who I have tremendous respect for, talk on YouTube. The EU is the continuation of Germany by other means. Yes, it is. He deals with the origin of the EU. Little-known treaties sense that Germany has a right to dominate the EU. Yes. Well, because they were the originators of communism. Karl Marx, the originators of communism. And National Socialists. Peter Hitchens is a deluded twit. I don't think he is. He was totally right about the COVID. I don't think he is. I think he's right. And his brother was great too. He's all right. I've met him. I should put up a picture of me meeting him. That's one of the benefits about being Lewis Schaffer at International. I'm a fan of El Salvador president. He's exactly what we need in the UK. No F's given. Well, if he's on our side, that's good. If he's not on our side, and he's not giving any F's, Alex, you don't want him in charge. You want someone who believes in the rule of law. Lewis, how can you feel? How do you feel about the Farage smears? Like what Nigel Farage said the other day. He said that the BBC should apologize for everything, all the racist stuff that he did in that the BBC did in the 1960s and 70s and 50s. Just tremendous, horrible stuff. Not even that horrible. I mean, Nigel Farage has his problems too. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Nigel Farage, but I mean, who else is going to save us? Who else is going to save us? We need somebody. They basically demonized Tommy Robinson. And maybe in another 10 or 15 years, Tommy Robinson, if they let him survive, we should pray for Tommy Robinson. Let's pray for Tommy Robinson, is that he'll become a more effective leader. You know, I mean, he wasn't super well educated. And I mean, not that it's important, but, you know, he is young enough. He is young enough. Claire loves him. The Muslims en masse took over a German Xmas market yesterday. Thousands of them mass prayers shut the whole thing down. Yeah, we know what's going on. We know what's going on. I've heard it all before, Vat, and I used to like, I think you're talking about Peter Hitchens, and read him a lot. Well, what did he say that you disagreed with? The fact is, I'm old enough to remember this, but no, people did not like the Germans. And the Germans wanted to be let into the party. And in order for them to get let into the party, they brought their friend around France, and their friend said, look at how nice the Germans are. Look at how nice they are. They're good. The Germans are good. And they had an idea. They had an idea with the French. In my opinion, Brexit done right, says Charismata, would also be building a trading bloc around the Commonwealth. Yeah. If it was done right. And supposedly, things have improved over the last few years. I agree, Darkman says, it's becoming more and more divided and poverty-stricken. It's not the Britain I knew. Yes. Oh, everybody knows. You don't need to sit there and say, oh, there's been a rape here. There's been a market takeover here. There's been a this. We don't need to know that. We know it. And if you don't know it, I mean, you don't know it. You don't know it. Is my image blurry on the screen? Malta should be brought back, though. Back into England. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, Britain can't defend. What's a place in England with an M name? With an M. Montrose, let alone Malta. Bad times are here. They're here. I thought we weren't going to be discussing this. Let's discuss something happy for the next few minutes. Let's discuss something happy. I think discussing Europe is very distressing. I think discussing the Muslim takeover of this country is upsetting. Discussing the fact that we do not have a political system that represents the people, that the Labour Party doesn't even care if the people who voted for them support them. They're going to do what they think is necessary. You're not blurry, but it's always worth giving your camera lens a wipe. Okay, hold on. I've got a lot of these wipes. I've got a lot of wipes, but I don't use them anymore. I used to use them at the after I picked up the rubbish. And I'd pick up the rubbish and I'd wipe my hands because I actually is that better or does that look the same? I can't tell. Anyway, don't underestimate the Brits when needs be. I'd like to believe that. We should pray for the Brits. Let's pray for the Brits. For the Brits. I'm not so sure. I think people have lived in very soft times in this country. You won World War II, or America did. Bukele has made El Salvador much safer, Lucy Van Pelt. But he's undoubtedly locked up some innocent people, yes. But maybe that's what needed to be done. The country got wild. It was wild. I've been to all those countries. Wild. It was wild. But, you can blame the people, but it's just, they just got out of hand. when dealing with so many criminals, some mistakes will be made. Also, his father is an absolute cretin. I don't know who his father is. Who his father is. I don't know. Is it better? Okay, so we wiped it. Maybe I'll wipe it again. Do you think if I wipe it again? Yeah, it's better. Okay, there we go. It's better. All right, so there you go. I never heard anything about his father. USA have lost lots of wars. Vietnam, Afghan, the Ukraine. Yes, we have. We have lost lots of wars. I remember when the Vietnam War was lost. And then it led to 20 years, 25 years of unbelievable prosperity in the country. And we spent equivalent of trillions there. I'm watching something where they're saying, this is what Tiger Fang is saying, where they're saying Britain will be underwater in 15 years, most of England. They said it back in the 1980s, about 2010, laugh out loud. Yeah, they're trying to make us panic. But some panics, you know, they're trying to make us panic. I'm not the most obstinate man. I give in really easily. Making a country better, but locking up some innocent people. Unlike Stormer, making the country worse and locking up innocent people. Locking up a lot of innocent people, yeah. Look what they're doing to Barton. What's his name? Joey Barton. Let's pray for him. Pray for him. What, you know, they're not putting him in prison, but they're practically. He's got to do 200 hours. He's got to do five full weeks of work. 5 weeks of work because he hurt somebody's feelings. Am I hurting somebody's feelings here? I don't know much too, but he was a Catholic Lebanese, like the majority are. After moving to El Salvador, he divorced and converted to Islam in his 50s and 60s. Yeah, well, Islam is very convincing. It's a very strong religion, and people want strength. They want the answer on a piece of paper. And there isn't much to read. I'm against conversion. I'm not going to convert. I am what I am. You know, I am what I am. I'm not going to suddenly believe that Jesus is the Lord. But I have converted. I converted to a carnivore diet, so I did do something. Joey Barton is a dickhead, though. He should be locked up for the stupid accent he puts on when he was abroad. Okay, you're making a joke. It's a joke. Okay. But people do believe that. They think I don't like him. I don't like his political beliefs. You know, they're trying to make us afraid. Oh, I understand this. So he's trying. So the father of El Salvador. It's a very small country, El Salvador. Like really small. It's like the size of Wales or something. It's really small. He says the father wants it to, that's what Muslims do. That's what they're supposed to do, is bring Islam. Convert people to Islam. It's all about converting people to Islam. It's the most violent religion. Convert them through violence. It's not even, and maybe it makes sense. It's saying, we don't expect you to believe, but your children will be forced to believe. Basically, be forced to believe. So, does anybody have anything happy to say? Are we happy? Are we happy just thinking about this? I don't know if we are. I like the idea that I'm called the most obstinate person. I don't think I'm obstinate at all. Is that the right word that you want to use, Lucy, to describe me as obstinate? A lot of people like obstinacy. They like, oh, he's very strong. But I don't think you mean it that way. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. This cup is hot. I'm drinking a cup of tea. What is good for, is a peppermint tea good for sleep? Is it good for sleep? Is it just, or just does it not keep you up? It's naturally caffeine free, yes, but it could have other stuff in it. You could have other stuff in it. You could have other stuff in it. Basically. So what are any ideas for prayer? Any ideas for my machine is not working. Let me see if this thing is working. I had peppermint tea last week. Isn't mint supposed to be good in small quantities? All those things that are supposed to be oxidizing or anti-oxidizing, they're not good. I'm sorry. They're really not good. Let's see. If you want to be cheered up, listen to Death in June. Very soothing music. Gets one's mood up. Death in June sounds soothing. Okay. I mean, I don't really listen to music anymore. I don't know what it is. I just don't listen to it. I don't listen to it. I should listen to it. You know, I mean, how can you listen to music when you could, watch something video? Can everybody do me a favor? Can we go over and like the stream, subscribe? Have you subscribed yet? Everybody who might have subscribed. Kermit is here. Peppermint tea is meant to be good for your feet. Try using it as a foot bath. I don't need to because since I've been low carb, my feet have not been itchy. And Kermit says I'd just read the lyrics and I'd cry. I would cry. I would definitely cry. I would definitely cry. Can everybody in the last 10 minutes like the stream? Go to Twitter. Are you following me on Twitter? Carrie Meta, have you liked the stream? Have you subscribed to the stream? Have you been at Lewis Schaffer at X? If anybody wants to contribute to keep this stream going, so we have a place to go to, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe 12 o'clock is a bit late. Is it a bit late for us to be ending this stream? It might be a bit late. It might be a really bit late. But let me just say thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you to Andrew and to Noam and to MC Scott. We're going to say a prayer at the end. If you don't want to stay for the prayer, you don't have to stay for the prayer. Carrie B, thank you, Carrie B, for being here. Warmelian, Vatanai, thank you for being here. Carrie Meta, thank you. Girl from Mars, Warmelian, did I say that already? Thank you for being here. MJ Tiger Fang, thank you for being here. Thank you, Mark the Rosian, Darklands, Gnome Hunter, thank you for being here. Mr. Cuff, Cellair, thank you for being here. I totally appreciate it. I feel a bit better than I did. Girl from Mars, thank you for being here. If anybody wants to talk to me, you can send me a message on Discord, or you can go to X, join me on X. You can do all of these things. I would say Facebook, no. I never check Facebook. Thank you very, very much. Maria came in. Thank you for being here, Maria. Joodles, Lucy, thank you for being here. Andrew Rubin, thank you. If any of your names, if I haven't mentioned it or you didn't hear it or maybe you thought you heard it but you're not sure and you want me to give you another shout out, I'll give you another shout out. Because I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. And we're going to say a prayer. I don't know. What should we say a prayer over? Should we say a prayer for sleep? That's what Girl from Mars wanted. Should we say a prayer for Tommy Robinson? Should we say, I know that that's not kosher to do, but F it. Should we say a prayer for Joey Barton? Should we say a prayer for the Brits? Should we say for a prayer for Nigel Farage? You know, he's being accused by all these guys who work for the, you know. I mean, this country will be a better country when they get rid of the BBC. And you can tell the BBC I said that. So if you don't think I've mentioned you enough, obstinate. What does it mean that I'm obstinate? Let's see. I think that's pretty much everybody. Have I mentioned everybody? I must have left somebody. The Angles. We should say a prayer for the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the Brits, the Celts, the Irish, the Scottish, the Picts. Let's say a prayer. Pray for the soul of Albion. Yes, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Do you enjoy GB News American show? I haven't been asked on it. I'm afraid to watch it. It's just painful. I saw some guy on it defending Trump, American guy. What a loser-looking guy. But at least he wasn't fat. The Crebos, Christia, and the Goths, yeah. And the only living boy in New Cross. Is that a song? Adjective, stubbornly adhering to an attitude, opinion, or course of action, obdurate. Characterized by such adherence, an obstinate refusal, difficult to manage, control, or treat. I mean, if I've changed my mind on lots of different subjects. I mean, do I want to change my mind now? I'd like to change my mind. I'd like to believe that Britain is safe. I don't feel it, though. Pray for Jeremy Vine. I fear he's going to hear the words bike nonce relentlessly. Krusties, is that a New Cross? Is that a New Cross? Yes, I'm obstinate. I'm obstinate. But I also listen to people when they say things. I'm not obstinate. Maybe I am obstinate. They're lying to you. They're Team World. Yes, they are. I am obstinate. Maybe I'm not obstinate. Who knows what I am? The fact that Lucy called me this, I actually like that. I actually like that she thinks I'm obstinate, because I think Lucy is the kind of person who likes a good argument. She likes a good fight. I think. So it sounded like a compliment to be obstinate. Doesn't it sound that way? I appreciate you saying that, Lucy. I've Googled it. What did you Google? What did you Google, Lucy? You're speaking to a... So here we get ready for our prayer. Remember, if I haven't mentioned your name, write in the bottom and say, Lewis, what about me? And if I don't say your name right now, I'll say it another time. Dear Lord, the creator of the universe, the solar system, the creator of earth, of man and woman. I don't mean to bother you with this, but you know us, we're worried. We're worried. We're worried so much we can't sleep. I'm having a really hard time sleeping. A really, really hard time sleeping. Because of the world that we live in. Oh, okay, Vatnai. Because of the world we're living in. I see a threat to the country that I moved to 25 years ago. I realized that countries have to change, that you're not in control, that you could be in control of all of this, but You let the country change. Countries should change, but it's changing to a place which I'm not quite happy with. And I'm not sure that enough of the people see the threat of the country. They see the threat in Nigel Farage. He might be a threat. I don't know. But we're worried for the Brits. We're worried that this country remains a Christian country because you are a Christian God. I'm praying to the Christian God. I pray that we preserve our identities as English people, Welsh people, Cornish people, Irish people, Anglo-Saxons, Jutes, Scottish people, Picts, Druids, that we preserve our identity because England is a great place filled with great people who I've grown close to. Please, dear God, do what you can to give us strength to fight for the preservation of our identities. Amen. Okay. All right, that's it. Amen. Thank you. Thank you, MC Scott. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching this thing. Thank you. What does C-trans mean? What does that mean, Mr. Cuff? What does dintersex mean? Do I have to Google that? Awesome, dude. I will try to pop in more often. Thank you, Charismeta. I appreciate that a lot. Take care, Charismeta. Everybody, let's give Charismeta a wave and a bye-bye. Let's say bye-bye. Let's bye-bye to everybody. I think this has been it's been interesting for me. I hope I haven't been too judgmental. You know, I mean, I'm obstinate. Well, especially for an internationally famous TV comedian seen on, GB News recently. Most of them are not quite as dogmatic as I am. Maybe they're not as afraid as I am. Maybe I'm afraid. Maybe I'm afraid. Love you all the time. Thank you very much, Warmellian. Well, I come here also to, not to get into an argument. What does C-trans mean? What does dintersex mean? We want controversy and arguments. So we're waving goodbye to Charismeta. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. When will we see you? We'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I like not being believed. I believe some of it. I'm questioning. I am a questioner. Do some crossover shows if you can. You'll pick up tons of subs. Okay, I will do more stuff. Amen. Be women. C-tans. D intersex. Amen. Be women. C-tans. D intersex. I don't understand what that means. I'm not smart enough to understand what that means. Kermit. C-trans. I see the trans. What does it mean? Kermit. What does that mean, C-trans? This could take some time. I could feel it. Do you understand it, Mr. Cuff? Lucy has said this quite a few times. I should look it up. I'm going to look it up. It all came from me saying, be women. Oh, I see. Be women. I thought you were saying some kind of... I actually thought it was a Welsh thing for amen. Oh, I see. Be women. Amen. Be women. C trans. Okay. And D intersex, which, it's just like trans. Okay, it didn't take long to explain that, Mr. Cuff. This could take time, but he just explained it in an instant instead of amen, and I understood it. I understood it. I'm waving you goodbye. Everybody goodbye. This has been one of my favorite shows. I hope egoets, STO. Egoats. Now I understand. Okay, egoats. Do some cross-dressing shows if you can. Thank you, Shanks. I didn't mention your name, Shanks. I'm mentioning it here. Thank you, Shanks. F obstinate. I am. Okay, I'm obstinate. I'll try not to be. Okay, I'll catch you later. Everybody, I'm waving goodbye. Blowing you a kiss. Best show ever. You guys were amazing. See you tomorrow at 5, I hope. I'll see you tomorrow. If you're free. I'm going to press this thing here. I'll be back at 5 o'clock tomorrow.